I've been busy making a custom game cover for Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge. So I've been busy making this custom cover for a game that doesn't even really exist. It was just a download code only, similar to Pokemon Rumble U and Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars. Now, Pokemon Rumble U and Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars actually had a retail release, so you can consider them physical games even without a disc because you could buy them. Whereas Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge was something you could get for free from stores that had these pads of papers. So each pad comes with quite a few sheets of paper. On one side, it shows you the game, and on the other side, it's got a little scratch off right here that you can actually scratch off, input the code into the eShop to get the game for free. Now this game was available just to promote Amiibo sales, since every Amiibo had some playable character in the game. Unfortunately, the eShop is closed, so you can't even play this game even if you wanted to. You can't even use these codes. They expired in 2016, and the eShop closed in 2023 in March here, so you can't even play this game if you wanted to. Now, I was made aware of this code version of the game quite a while ago by another collector I'm good friends with. He has a couple spare, just loose copies for me, and was going to ship them next time we did a trade, but I happened to find a seller who listed 3 of these pads in brand new condition. So I bought 2 of them, one for myself to put in the collection, and one for this little custom cover idea. And then I told my friend who let me know about them that there was another one available, which then he went and bought for himself. So if you are lucky enough to find more of these pads or more just code papers, you can just use this custom cover that I've created and print it off, and you can just use an empty case, stick the artwork around similar to this here, and you can have the artwork in a case. Now this is not the final version. I did print off a couple. They're not fully stretched out the way I like, so I created another version that has more bleed around the edges, so you can trim it closer and you won't have any whitening around the edges. This was the very first one that I created, and there wasn't the bleed around the edges, so you couldn't trim it as close as I'd like. And then upon making it, I noticed there were some things that I felt I could have made better. So I changed the background of this here to match the backgrounds of these with the colored star pattern. I then found some better vectorized images of these characters instead of using a PNG image that when I rasterized it, it pixelated it more. So when I use vectorized images, you could scale them down and up, and when you print them, it doesn't blur them, pixelate them. For anybody unfamiliar with computer terms, I'm not even that familiar with these. I'm really rough with Photoshop. This is just me playing around, having fun, because I really wanted to put this code into a case to put on the shelf, because to me, it is technically a game that did release, similar to these ones. Although you couldn't buy it, you could just rip it off for free and you had this code. But it's one of those things that most people don't consider, so it was very hard for me to find, and it took a while to just find one in general, let alone a full pad, so that was exciting. So each pad actually has 50 or so sheets on there, so I made this custom artwork that fits this. And conveniently, these fit perfectly inside of a case. It's like they were designed to go in a case, but they never got a case. So if you want the artwork, I have put it on my website, and I'll even put a link in the description here. You can just download it for free and print it yourselves, or bring it to a print shop, or go to a library or anywhere that has a printer. You should be able to just print it on a standard piece of paper and cut it down. I did get some glossy versions made up, and I've ordered some cases because I will take all 50 sheets of one of these pads apart and put them inside of a case with that artwork for those who want a physical version as well, that don't have the ability to print it off themselves and who want the actual code to go along with it. I originally wanted to use one of the covers that were on Game Titles Database, I think that's what they are. They have amazing databases of covers for video games. So that's a place that I go to a lot just to look for PAL covers of things that I'm not familiar with, since they include not just the English version, but all of the languages, so you can see what the games have in all of their releases. Now, this was something they already had custom covers for. There were 2 of them there. I liked the ones they already had. I, in fact, designed sort of the top layer of this based off of one that they already have. But when I went to go print it, it wasn't as clear of images as I needed. So I just customized it myself, and I changed a few things around. I changed the network ID logo to an amiibo icon logo, since it's purely an amiibo game. I changed I didn't change, but I added the Nintendo eShop logo. I added this bar across the girder bar with the Monkey and Mario as their separate images, because I found clearer ones and used a different bar altogether. I added this image at the bottom. The download code symbol I actually got from the PAL version of Star Fox that has a download code only. They have a download code little patch that looks similar to this, so I kind of stole that idea, scaled it down, typed out my own text so it fit, and then went from there. On the front as well, I'll pull this one out. Oh, you can't see it on here since it was something I added in later, but on the finalized version, you'll see that I added Tiny Speck. This little character is now someone you won't be able to play in any other game. He was only in Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge, and now that this game isn't even something you can buy or download, he might be a character that's lost forever until he comes back as a Smash Bros. Trophy or something. They seem to bring back almost everything. I changed this text around, so I moved Mini Mario and down because I didn't like the way that this wasn't centered, but the rest of this was centered on the spine. I changed this purple to be a dark gray. I got vectorized images of all these characters here. I changed some of the font and text around on the boxes here. I found out exactly what type of game that the rating was, so I made this as official as I could without it being official. I wanted it to look like it was something that was made similar to these, but it just wasn't made. So if you do like this kind of custom project, it's available for free. If you want the code, it's something that I'm going to package up when I get all the cases, when I get more of these printed and cut. And if I like the finalized version of it, I'm probably going to make those available for sale at a very cheap price. Just, it's something that I think others it's something that I think others might enjoy on their shelves, like I am creating it for my shelf. So similar to my other bonus box projects, but it's not something that I can consider bonus box. There's no bonus. The bonus is the artwork itself, but I don't feel it's something that I can just charge for sale, since the game itself was for free. So the artwork is for free. Really, I'll be charging for the codes, and I'll include the artwork and a case for free. But those codes were things that I was looking for quite a while and willing to pay for. So I think others might be looking for them now that they know about them, and hopefully willing to pay for. So when I do make those available, I'll let you guys know. But for now, the artwork is available, and that's what I've been working on. Enjoy. Have a good one.